Ah, those that think my filters have meanings might say that this filter is to make me look deformed, so as to subtract weight from my argument, leaving only the most weighty part to remain. Or perhaps I just like the frosted glass filter. It feels like my face is getting a massage in my brain. Um, all right, Ed Johnson, you've entered into a conversation with a somewhat stern tone, so please don't take it personal. To your comment, I gave a text reply to, but I'm making a video reply as well. You said your video was all fine and dandy, but we both know Gary isn't on board with the goal survival as a premise, and neither am I, honestly. There is no objective morality. Without any human being or animals at all, there wouldn't be anyone to perceive a loss. Evolution gave us suffering so as to encourage us to avoid or dislike things that inhibited the propagation of our genes. I don't think it's had time to account for anti-evolutionary suicidal ideation that too much suffering can inspire nowadays. Well, listen, as far as this last part about, anti-evolutionary suicidal, ideation, interesting concept. I think that's valuable. But on that subject, I mean, listen, all I'm saying is this, the point is survival. Yeah, if we make things so bad we don't like to survive here anymore, we probably won't survive much long after that. You ever heard of animals that won't reproduce in captivity? That's most of them, unless you make it at least nice enough to pass their lowest test of what they consider sufferable. And a part of the problem, as I said in my text reply, is that humans will suffer through a hell of a lot of shit, making for some really bad situations that can go on for kind of a long time. But then again, that goes hand in hand with the human's ability to keep fighting that situation for thousands of years and eventually overcome it. I know there's no objective morality, but the thing is, see, it's like this criteria of the brain being so smart is because it's made huge changes in the world. You think that we've made the world so bad that it's not worth living. When a natural disaster can make an environment so bad that an animal wouldn't reproduce. It's not something they've evolved for zoos. It's something they've evolved for the real world, that sometimes there's situations they don't want to survive in anymore. That doesn't make the point not survival. Quite the opposite. The fact that the point is survival is why you give up on survival when you don't want to. The survival is not working out. Why can't we, other creatures have changed the world tremendously. The atmosphere, that's just flatulence from single-celled life forms that had to evolve and produce it for a long time before it was even there for us to evolve into and use ourselves. Okay? It's just the air pollution, right? Except for we figured out how to use it. And the only problem with us filling up the atmosphere with carbon monoxide is that we can't breathe it. And all of our close relatives on Earth, the other mammals and the plants even, not even close relatives, but most of our relatives on Earth can't breathe it. That's the problem. We care about those things. If we want those things present in our garden that we live in, then we need to care if they can breathe the air. If we want to live in the garden, we better care if we can breathe the air. That's why that's a problem. Okay. We're making our own survival unbearable. You can't blame nature for that. That's the whole point. You can't blame the DNA for that. The DNA is trying to survive. You're the idiot that's making your environment one you don't even want to live in. It's like you paint your own house in an ugly color that is so ugly to your sensibilities, you just can't stand it every moment. And then what? You blame nature for having that color paint? There's other colors of paint. Yeah, there's no objective morality, but there is a subjective one. And I don't know why people spend so much time trying to... Yeah, but if you think about it from a non-human point of view, it doesn't even matter if humans survive. Yeah, if I think about my family from someone not in my family, in a way it hardly matters if we survive too, I mean, a lot of people lost a relative last week that, I don't think I'm being cruel to the fact that I admit that I didn't even hear about it, you know? And it's just, the point is, you are going to care about your community, both narrow and wide community. Your genetic community, your geographic community. You don't have to, but I mean, there's a connection there. I feel it's connection, and so that's where these moralities come from, and that's why we have a morality for humans that includes a care about the human condition and what we're going to live through. So, anyway, cheers.